Hi Jerry. Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video on my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jane. Welcome. I like to do content about books and my daily life and vlogs. So if you are into that, then I'm really glad to have you here. I am here with yet another pretty big book haul in my opinion. This is for someone who reads a book or two per month, and it's something that I'm trying to fix. I used to read more, I got out of the habit, book talk brought me back, and now I got out of the habit again. So it's been like a little roller coaster, but I'm hoping that the more books I buy, the more likely I will want to read. It hasn't worked so far, and it hasn't worked for the past year and a half. Anyways, I'm here with a primarily fantasy romance book haul, I think with one exception. I don't know what that genre is. I think it's more like thriller, mystery, romance. I am primarily into romantasy books. It is my favorite genre. It has been my favorite genre since I started reading way back in high school. And it's still my favorite thing ever. Let's get into the book haul. The first book that I have for you is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. It's the second book in her Nightborn duet, and it's a Crowns of Nyaxia novel. This is so confusing. I don't know why there are so many different worlds involved. The reason I bought this book is that I already own it. I have both books in the duet series, but one of them is like bigger in size because it was published, I think, by herself, if that's possible. And so I really wanted to get books of the same size that were published by Bravo Books. Oh, this is actually super nice. I love when the hardcover is actually nice. I've had this series for a while, never read it. Yeah. So I can't read the synopsis of this book because it's book number 2, so it has spoilers for sure. I love, love, love when books add a little something special to their chapter headings. I just appreciate the little things, okay? I'm gonna read you the summary of the first book. The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. Human or vampire, the rules of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always, always guard your heart. The adopted human daughter of the Nightborn vampire king, Oriya, carved her place in a world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kajari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. To survive, Oriya is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Raine is dangerous. He is a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown. What terrifies Oriya most of all is she finds herself oddly drawn to him, but their blossoming attraction could be her downfall, in a kingdom where nothing is more deadly than love. That sounds so good. I completely forgot what the book was about. It's been so long since I've heard about it. I'm excited to read that. That is like right up my alley for romantasy books. The second book in my haul is Court of Greed and Gold by Eliza Raine. This is book 3 in her Shadowbound Queen series. The copy that I have got wet and it was ruined, so I really wanted a new copy. I want to say it's one of my favorite romantasy series of all time. I've only read the first one. I read it on my Kindle. I wanted to annotate. There were so many things I wanted to annotate. Oh wait, I have the second book. Oh my gosh, okay. I wanted to get all 4 books before I started reading the series in full, so this one was a repurchase. And then this one is the last book of the series that I had never had before. Court of Serpents and Secrets. It's about Raine, who is a gold... I forget the term. The world is ruled by fate, and there exists 5 courts. So there's the court of ice, shadow, gold, earth, and fire. Within each court, they have human slaves. Sometimes humans are gifted with this special ability to manipulate one of the elements, so it makes them very valuable to a specific court. And the main character, Raine, is really good with gold, and so she's able to manipulate gold like nobody else can. And in the first book, the prince of the Shadow Court comes and kidnaps her and her friends to bring them to his court. And that court is known to be the most ruthless, manipulative and cruel court to exist. And so she has this notion of what this prince is like, but yet of course he's super gentle, he's such a man, he is very, very kind to her, he protects her even against his own mother and all that fun stuff. So it's super, super slow burn. And then there's this big secret that they're trying to uncover. I don't remember what it is, but it just gave me all of the butterflies and the kicks and the giggling and the screaming. So it was such a good time. And I remember the most they had done at the end of the first book was, I think, hold hands. And when they did that, I was absolutely like kicking and screaming and giggling, and it's something so innocent. So the way she wrote about the relationship was very, very slow burn and very like anticipatory, like you're waiting for something to happen but you don't get it. And so I'm really, really excited to read the rest of the series. I think it's going to be one of the next books that I do pick up, and they're very short. Like the writing is quite big within each book, and the books themselves are relatively short. They're like 300 pages. The next books I have are part of a duet. So it is One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. I've heard so many good things about this book. I'm not entirely sure what the series is about. I've just heard amazing things about this book. Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets. But nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman, what the heck is her life takes a drastic turn. She joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it. Except the highwayman just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, and guilty of high treason. I basically got nothing from that summary. I thought it was like a thriller, mystery. Okay. Very interesting. I have no idea what this book is about, even after reading the synopsis. It seems very like eerie, mysterious. I feel like this has to be a Halloween read. The next book that I have is a book that I've been looking at for a while, as in it's been on my radar. I've known of its existence for a while. Wait, I feel like I've read this. Hold on a second. I've read this. I could have sworn I read this. I don't believe it. It was like a webtoon ad that I saw on Instagram and I read it. I didn't realize that it was this novel. So they turned it into a novel and it is gorgeous. Can we just talk about this for a second? Stunning, stunning. Stenciled edges. I can't believe it's an actual novel. What started out as an arranged marriage between two strangers has bloomed into passionate love between Maxie and Riftan. But when Riftan is called to war against a vicious... Okay, wait, I'm sorry. That's the next book. Lady Maximilian is the daughter of the powerful Duke Croiseau, but she is rarely allowed outside her family's sprawling castle for fear that her stutter will tarnish their noble name. When she is forced to marry Sir Riftan, a low-born knight, Maxie doesn't dare hope for happiness, let alone love. Her stumbling communication and his gruff manners sour their relationship before it can begin. Riftan leaves without a word the morning after their vows are exchanged. 3 years after their disastrous wedding night, Riftan has returned as a war hero. Despite rumors that he was offered marriage to Princess Agnes, Riftan still wants Maxie for his wife. And when he comes to claim her, his desire bewilders Maxie. As she learns to navigate the intricacies of her new life, Maxie will find herself and her courage, and discover that she is anything but powerless. Oh my gosh, this is so stunning. I can't believe this is the thing that I read. Well, this is going on display 100%. The next one is called Phantasma by Kaylie Smith. The only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. I don't remember why I bought this book. I think I meant to buy Rhapsody, but maybe Rhapsody was a series and I didn't want to buy all of it now. Oh my gosh, it kind of sounds like Caraval. Phantasma only has 2 rules: stay alive and don't fall in love. When Ophelia discovers her mother brutally murdered, there is no time to grieve. She has inherited the family's fearsome magic and enormous debt. Ophelia's sister decides to pay off the loan by entering Phantasma, a competition where contestants rarely escape alive and the victor is granted a single wish. The only way for Ophelia to save her sister is to win. Ophelia must conquer all 9 floors to succeed. if her fears don't overtake her first. When a charming, arrogant stranger claims he can help, Ophelia knows better than to trust him. She'll just need to ignore the overwhelming, dark attraction drawing them closer and closer together. Because in Phantasma, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. Okay, that sounds so good. It sounds like Caraval, but on steroids, and so much better because it's like fantasy romance, whereas Caraval, I don't even know what Caraval is classified as, but this sounds like fantasy romance, and it's a very long book. It's 500 pages. I really want to get to it, but I don't want to read it before the other books in the series are out. I don't know how many books, oh, it's snowing. I don't know how many books are in the series, but I don't want to be left on a cliffhanger, and so I'm just gonna wait till the other books come out before I start reading this. Hopefully it's like a 2-book series and I only have to wait for one more book, or maybe it's out. No, it came out in 2024. There's no way. The last book I did not know was this freaking thick. It's 600 pages, and it's none other than Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I've seen this book in a lot of different places. I don't know where, I don't know why. I had no idea it was such a big book. Oh my gosh. 24-year-old Serys Fane is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange powers she possesses, or the fact that she's been picking pockets and stealing from the Undying Queen's reservoirs for as long as she can remember. But sooner or later, every secret comes out. When Serys comes face to face with death himself, she inadvertently reopens a gateway between realms and is transported to a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of myth, but it turns out they're real. The first of her kind to tread the frozen mountains of Yavilia, Serys mistakenly binds herself to Kingfisher, a handsome Fae warrior who has secrets and nefarious agendas of his own. He will use her alchemist's magic to protect his people, no matter what it costs him. Or her. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. The writing is so tiny in here. This is like 900 pages then. It adds 300 pages, 100%. When was the last time that I read such a long book? I haven't since Throne of Glass. And Throne of Glass wasn't even this long. Or maybe Narnia, but I was so young back then. I don't know how I expect myself to read books like this. Or like Crescent City. They're so big. So these are all the books that I got in this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found a new book, a new read, a new next on your list to add to your TBR. If you have read any of the books, as usual, comment down below what your thoughts were, opinions, ratings, reviews. I would love to chat books with you guys. And as always, thank you for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you hopefully very, very soon in my next one. Bye! You guys are gonna make so much noise. Where were we? That was such a fail, Tommy. This lighting is not doing it for me. Ready? No. Bow. Ooh, I should do these together. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. 24-year-old Serys